are thrilled to have Avril here with her band in the Canadian studios this morning. Great to have you.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
And it's a great album.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you too, because I wondered if you had anything to prove with this album, the fact that you co-wrote all the songs with you call her your new best friend, Chantal Kraviazov. You know what I mean? Because there were people who were saying, oh, she wrote a lot of the songs with The Matrix on the first one. It wasn't really her. Did you feel like you had to come out and prove something with this?
I wrote like half of the record with The Matrix. And yeah, there were a lot of people who kind of questioned my songwriting skills. But, you know, definitely with this record, you can hear it and you hear my stories, and there's so much more emotion in it, and you know, I just had more control with everything overall. You know, I was just very hands-on with everything, with picking my producers and you know, picking the people I was working with. And yes, I did work on half the record with Chantal. Yeah. And you know, we're awesome friends now, and I just think it's great that we got to share that together.
You know, it's interesting, Avril, in some of the interviews that you do, you come across a little bit on the shy side.
Because I actually am shy.
But people don't write that. I mean, what we hear, I mean, they're being rebel,
this crazy, angry girl.
Not you?
No, I'm so not like that.
What were you like as a child, like when you were growing up? Were you shy?
No, I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm a really outgoing person, but I'm sometimes shy just when I'm around people that I don't know. Yeah. And I think most people feel that way. I mean, I get put in front of strangers all day long, you know, and have to sit and talk about myself like what we're currently doing right now. And then and not only that, you have like 3, 4 cameras on you, and you're like, how's my hair look? Yeah. You know, it's very bizarre. It's, you know, it's weird. So I mean, it took a little while for me to get used to it, and used to, you know, opening up to the people that were interviewing me, and yeah, I'm better at doing interviews now, but they're still...
It's still hard?
Still a little weird. I mean, it depends on the situation. Sometimes you just don't feel like talking about yourself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, overall, I mean, I enjoy myself more now, and they're easier for me.
Do you try not to read what's written, or...?
Yeah, because, you know, people say things that aren't true, or people say things that are mean. But I mean, I just don't go on the internet and look at stuff. I mean, if there's, you know, for instance, if I'm on a cover, I'll read the article.
It
is a great cover.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if we can see
Canadian cover.
A Canadian cover, and it's a great interview inside.
Cool.
Yeah, they sent you the questions, but yeah, I love it. Did it take a long time to get that done? It's beautiful.
No, that was probably the fastest photo shoot for a cover I've ever done, because I was at the Junos and I had to run upstairs. I was in a hotel, and it was only about 20 minutes that they had to shoot me.
I wanted to ask you, because we were talking about Chantal, and she's done an awful lot of work for War Child, and I know you have as well, charity that kind of raises awareness about kids in war-torn parts of the world. And you know, with the federal election on here now, like a lot of kids we've heard from on this show, like they're saying, none of this is about me, none of this really speaks to me. And I'm just wondering, you know, MTV's got Rock the Vote. Maybe we should have the same thing here. I mean, about political awareness and kids these days. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's extremely important for people to vote, because, I mean, we're living in a country where we have the opportunity to vote.
And you can vote now.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I can now, can't I?
This will be your first federal election voting. Will you have time? I mean, in between the two?
Of course. I think it's very important, and, you know, we're living in a country where we have the opportunity to vote, and that's, you know, it's great.
Couldn't agree more. As a mother, I can't get away without asking you about this junk food stuff, because I've got 2 kids who I would love to be able to say, well, she doesn't eat junk food anymore.
Yeah, I'm on this really healthy kick, because I'm, you know, I need a lot of energy with what I'm doing, because I'm waking up really early and just talking to people all day and going here and going there, and like sometimes having 3 shows a day. And I was starting to get really run down, and when you're on the road and traveling and there's so many germs around, you get really sick. Yeah. I need to protect my voice, because, you know, if I get sick, I can't sing. Whereas if my band gets sick, they can still play, you know. It's totally different. So I feel better because, you know, I don't really eat meat. I don't really do dairy, because dairy gets in the way.
And potato chips are out of the question, right?
You know what? I totally pig out and do junk food and stuff. But 90% of the time,
that part when I'm talking to kids.
Yeah, really. 90% of the time, I'm pretty healthy. right now, and let's just hope I keep it up. Yeah. Keep the good work up.
You're going to perform for us pretty soon.
Yes, I am.
Can't wait.
We're looking forward to it, Avril. Thanks for coming in.
No problem. Thank you for having me.